Hey guys, welcome to Boyz Houze Take the Floor. You notice anything different? I got a haircut. How was your week? My week was pretty interesting. I feel like I was dealing with a lot of entitled, irrational people last week, but I do live in New Jersey, so that's not too surprising. What did you guys have going on? Before I get into anything, I do want to point something out that I forgot to mention last week's episode. There was some sort of glitch a few weeks ago with YouTube. So some of you actually have pointed out, you might have noticed that if you were subscribed, you no longer are subscribed. We lost probably about 30, 40 subscribers with whatever happened with YouTube. They notified us, but I don't know if they notified you guys individually. So while you're here now, just make sure if you are not subscribed, you do subscribe. And if you think you subscribed, resubscribe. And then when you go to subscribe, make sure you go right up to that top little bell button and select all, so that every time we upload, you get a notification right on your phone. So what's been in the news? I know Tuesday afternoon, the big news was apparently Ariana Grande secretly got married. And a lot of people are saying, what's wrong with her? Like, can't she be single? She's very young. Why does she keep hopping from relationship to relationship? And I guess what a lot of people don't understand, which I kind of agree with them, but when you have grown up as a child in entertainment, you've been probably treated like an adult most of your life. So she is like a Disney Channel 35. So I'm sure she feels like in her head she's rushing to settle down, even though she's barely 25. But I wish them both luck. We'll just be positive about it. I wish them both luck. Not the decision I would have made, but good luck to you, Ariana Grande. Or did you change your name? We're gonna have to find out. So the other big news, the CDC announced that now, if you are fully vaccinated, you no longer have to wear a mask, pretty much. And a lot of states have started lifting a lot of the mask mandates, just overall anyway. I noticed the first thing that a lot of people have been saying once that announcement was made, like I know I saw Meghan McCain on The View, I've seen it on a bunch of different outlets, how skeptical now people are over how quickly the CDC, that's what they're saying, how quickly the CDC made that change in the masks. And to that I always say, like, I remember being younger, my mom would come home. My grandmother was famous for this though. She, of everyone in my family, I remember her being the one to always do this. So she'd come home and let's say a light bulb was out and she'd go, "Why is the light bulb out?" And you'd respond something like, you know, "The light bulb blew." And her response would be, "Well, it was working when I left." Yeah, guys, things work till they no longer are working. This is how time and space actually works. Things are doing one thing until they no longer are doing that. So it's not a quick change that the CDC came to this conclusion. This has been stuff they've been researching for the last several months having to do with this pandemic. And it's just that this week they came to that conclusion. Now you can say, and we'll never know, I guess, will we, that it was political, that everybody being so annoying and complaining about having to wear masks forced the Center for Disease Control, and most importantly, because everyone forgets, prevention, just said, you know what, everybody take off your masks. We're tired of hearing your mouth, so just take off the mask. Okay, maybe that happened. Or maybe this week is just when they came to that conclusion, and we are in this place in time and space at which they think we can remove the mask. Or maybe you just think it happened overnight. Just like my grandmother thought somehow there was something very suspicious about how the light bulb was working when she left and now no longer is. It's just like when your car no longer works, it was probably working before you got out of it the night before. Things work until they're no longer working, and sometimes things just happen when they happen. This is how time works, guys. So, I mean, you can be skeptical. You're skeptical of everything else. You're skeptical of the virus. You're skeptical of the vaccine. You're skeptical of everything. So be skeptical of this. But don't take your mask off if you're skeptical. And if you're not vaccinated, because those were their guidelines. And the big problem, obviously, with this is we have a lot of people who didn't want to get vaccinated in the first place. Not only did they not want to get vaccinated, it was a big deal trying to get them to put a mask on their face. And even when they put the mask on their face, they didn't know how to wear it because, you know, we're not all at grade school level IQ, I guess, in this country. I don't blame them, I blame the educational system. But these are people who didn't want to wear masks. They don't want to get vaccinated. And now we just said, hey, if you don't want to wear your mask, as long as you're vaccinated, you can take it off. And we still think it's somehow breaking our civil liberties if we require some sort of confirmation or proof that you have been vaccinated, since now we've told people if they have been, they can take their masks off. Because if you come into my private business, I want to make sure you're vaccinated, because so do all the rest of my patrons. They want to make sure that you're vaccinated because we're going to be in here probably for 45 minutes to 2 hours eating amongst all of you. And now you can just lie, right? But we got to trust the honor system because everyone in this country is so honorable, right? Because, you know, there's no deplorables in this country. Just people who are really crappy and we can't say it because, you know. Apparently in America we think that's what being patriotic is. Lying about the truth of what our country is. But that's fine. The truth is still known. We can pretend it doesn't exist all the time, but people know, other countries know, we're fooling nobody. You have people like Rick Schroeder confronting Costco employees. Now, Costco employees work for Costco. They are abiding by Costco's policies, and he is going through a whole speech, a sermon. I don't know what office he was running for, about how the government's lying to us and he shouldn't have to wear a mask and he's going to cancel his Costco account. Please cancel your Costco account, because the sane people who are roaming this country don't want you in the Costco because you're a lunatic. And there's people like this all over this country and world who just for some reason are so entitled that they're going to do what they want to do. They wanted us to pay for them to live because they couldn't go to work because of the virus, but they don't want to wear the mask that the government who is paying for you to live is telling you. Like if your parents said you can live in their house, but you got to be at home by 9 o'clock, and you're like, I'm not coming home at 9 o'clock, but give me some money too while I'm living in your house. What do you think your parents would say? But you expected the government to foot the bill for the last year, and you're not going to do anything they say while they're footing the bill and trying to wrap this thing up as fast as possible. It's been nothing but chaos, and a lot of it is the community's fault. The people sitting right next to you while you're watching this video, the people all around you on a daily basis who for some reason think they are more important, they are more remarkable, they are more worthy. All I know personally is I will continue to wear the mask until we have a large percentage of the country vaccinated, because that just seems logical for me. It doesn't make sense if we all take our masks off if everybody isn't getting vaccinated, and some don't want to ever get vaccinated. Why, until either this virus subsides or we get to herd immunity, why anyone would be so quick to take off their masks. Now, obviously, if you have the vaccine, you get sick, you're probably not going to die. That's the whole point of the vaccine. But usually people don't go out and try to get the flu. They don't go out and try to catch the cold. I know some of y'all, it seems like you're trying to catch mono, but usually people try to avoid diseases. So I don't know why COVID, for some reason, is the rebellion for you. But keep rebelling. Do you. But I'll be in my mask. And when you see people in their masks, have nothing to say about it. I don't know. I see all of these conversations when I'm out. Why do you guys have so much to say about what other people have on their face or don't have on their face? You walk up to someone who's wearing a mask. Why are you wearing a mask? You walk up to someone not wearing a mask while you have a mask on, you should put your mask on. You got your mask on, you protected yourself. Don't move closer to the person who isn't wearing the mask so that you can get into an altercation about why they're not wearing a mask. Just put your mask on and keep walking, because them and their respiratory situation has nothing to do with you or your family or your bills. So keep on walking. Incidentally, that's a pretty good suggestion in most cases. Just keep on walking, because it would solve about 80% of the problems you guys have. Because God knows you can't just close your mouth. So just keep on walking. You guys will be very excited and happy to know that the Bengal tiger that was loose was captured at the end of last week, I believe, and is in a sanctuary. But I can't help but notice Carol Baskin is still talking. At one point, she was giving a $10,000 reward for it. Like, Carol, stay out of the news. Like, anytime there's a tiger in the news, you just gotta say something. Like, Siegfried and Roy are rolling over in their grave. So we're just a few weeks away from the Lamar Odom versus Aaron Carter fight in Atlantic City. Very exciting. As you know, Aaron is one of my friends, and we found out over the last week that Tommy also has a friend who's fighting in one of the lead-in fights. So it's pretty exciting. There'll be a lot for us to watch that night. I have gotten to check out a few of their training videos, both Lamar and Aaron, and like I said, I have my money on Aaron, but from what I've been seeing, I don't know if I'm gonna stick with that. That's all I'm saying. Aaron, a video just 2 days ago, I think, came out where some random guy he trains with in the gym, not a coach, not his trainer, just some random guy who also works out at the gym he works out, were randomly sparring in the ring, catches him in the gut, and Aaron went right down. I've seen Lamar actually training for this fight, and he looks like he's more ready than you, Aaron. So, you got just a few more weeks. It's June 12th again. You got just a few more weeks, so you might want to get your weight up and step up your game, Aaron, because Lamar is looking real ready to beat you all the way down. But we will see. We will see. I hope you guys watch The Masked Singer season finale tonight. I'm pretty sure all of my guesses are going to be accurate, but I guess you have to watch to find out. I'm not into spoiling things for people. And in reference to Tommy and Jesse, a lot of people have been asking me, when are they going to film again? They're coming back soon. They've been dealing with a lot of other stuff going on in the house. We're doing some cash changing, and they're making some money. I'm usually just spending it. So you'll see them soon. And again, guys, just make sure you are subscribed. If you think you were subscribed, just check, resubscribe, and turn those notifications on. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Enjoy the weather. Bye, guys.